Good evening, people of the internet. Welcome to a very special live broadcast. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Today, we're going to be discussing how this particular holiday proves that the United States government is totally bipolar. In case you missed it, um, FBI killed Martin Luther King. U.S. intelligence. You can throw in probably some CIA agents and mafia, whoever the fuck they were working with that particular day. But it was definitely coordinated with the government and probably a few big corporations, just like they killed JFK, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, whatever freedom fighter uh, was big at the time. If they died mysteriously, it's probably the government. Um, but yeah, it was Martin Luther King was one of those controversial figures because he was definitely hated by the establishment of his era. But now it's just like the Republicans are saying, "Oh, if he Martin Luther King was alive today, he'd be a Republican." Um, Knowing that like if he was alive saying what he was saying back then, being against war and all this stuff that's making them all this money, they'd want him killed today, this very day. So it's just don't be fooled by the hype. I mean, the thing the speech they love quoting from Martin Luther King was the "I Have a Dream" speech, because he was asking white um, shop owners to let black people spend money at their establishment, right? And I was gonna put together a little video of it's like a video from like the 1950s talking about like the beauty of black dollars for white business people. Like, get over your racism, take these black people's money. Yeah, you have access to their food. You can put stuff in it. You can poison them. Well, they didn't go into that, but it was definitely implied. Oh, and I appreciate the donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Amar. But yeah, 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 yes. If you got more of those, they're always welcome. Nate, I missed you, big dog. I've been doing intensive physical therapy. Well, get well soon. I know that motorcycle accident. It's no joke, but you got brighter days ahead of you. I just know it. I just want to say there might be a 51st state soon. Well, shit. I mean, we got if you count like the American see what is this messaging advanced, okay, anyway, but if you count the states that are the countries that are subservient to America, like we Puerto Rico could be our 51st state. They just don't have the ability to vote. Shit, you could say the same thing about the Philippines, or I could list off a litany of other American controlled states that aren't really states. You know, yeah, it's a the empire is ugly, erotic. But yeah, quite delicious. I was working on a new rewind. I was going to try to get it out today, but then I was like, it's getting close to crunch time. I want to do something for Martin Luther King Day. So, I mean, the rewind it touches on some Martin Luther King type themes because it was a movie I've heard about for a while. I've been recommended it for years. I only recently saw it for the first time last night, and I'm gonna borrow a scene from it for a class I got coming up on Wednesday. But yeah, the movie was Network, and it was about. I mean, I didn't have to watch the movie because I lived the movie because it was about a dude, Howard Beale, who's a news anchor person, and he's sick of the environment that was created by the corporations. He speaks out, which elevates his platform. That he's about to get fired and he's threatening to blow his brains out. then he ends up uh, being more popular than ever once he starts speaking against the corporate rule. Like a lot of the stuff that the news will gaslight you on, he was just being open and honest about it. And long story short, he gets a little too big for his britches, starts preaching a little too much truth, and then they Martin Luther King him. Yeah, so it's like these corporations, these network heads, casually talking about assassinating the man live on TV and getting the most out of the ratings from his murder. And it's just kind of interesting because I believe like that's how all the big assassinations were plotted out. Like JFK is like, because the CIA, they were down the street from all these Wall Street corporations. JFK started going against the CIA. He hired Allen Dulles, right? And just a few weeks after he was dead, like they were working on the Warren um, the Warren report. One second, I'm tripping. The yeah, they were he was investigating JFK's death after being fired and having all this motive to kill him. So yeah, and that's just like well, they got this whole scene. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it. That's the scene I'm gonna borrow on Wednesday. But yeah, I would like to see everybody today getting mad as hell and not wanting to take it anymore. I love you, man. No homo. All right. When I was in a hospital bed, I kept watching your videos. I laugh and I cry and feel the pain. Well, yeah, I appreciate you keeping me in rotation. I could use all the views I could get. And yeah, many blessings are coming our way this year. Got a lot of dope opportunities. Well, as they come, I'll share with you guys. Well, what's looking like the fastest approaching opportunity is going to involve a lot more history. So I got like a paid opportunity to chop up history, and there's no way I'm not going to bring a lot of that to this channel, or I mean, Netesvlogs.net, and then I'll talk about it on this channel afterwards. But yeah, I like to. Well, I'm going to be working with a scholar on history who has access to other scholars, and I might turn that into a podcast, and so I'll keep you updated on that. New California state. I'm also hoping Puerto Rico will become a state. Well, I mean, as much as I got nothing against Puerto Rico, I got nothing but love for them. But I'd like to see more independence when it comes to a lot of states. I mean, shit, I'd like to see some of the first 50 states to get some independence too, because the American federal government is corrupt, bottom to the top. The only hope I get, like, in believing that there is change, is going to be like state and local levels. We got like a corrupt crackhead, Ku Klux Klan, a collaborator with Joe Biden. He's got his crackhead son working with Nazis in the Ukraine, all that shit. I mean, we need to do away with that. Like, if you're under that kind of tyranny, there's no way you could really flourish. That's why the country is looking like such shit. What you sipping on, brother? I'm sipping on a kombucha wine. I just got the little cup. See, it's got the Horus Falcon, and got the Ankh and all that stuff. Well, and I got this because the history opportunity. I wanted to have like the emblem, so I got the Ankh everywhere. You can even see it on the shirts you can get at NatesVlogs.net. Within the cartouche, where I had this design for a while, but just coordinating it with all of the Ankh symbol of life, love, fertility, and all that good stuff. Apple juice, yeah, that too. It's actually been a while since I had the juice. Hi. I need to send you some wok, Nate. You gonna send me a walk? Man, I throw down on a walk, bro. Nate, oh, how are you today? I'm golden as a goose. I got some like equipment for a class tomorrow. I'm like also participating in a theatrical tech class. So I got like this little, I got this dope ass little satchel with my tools. So I'm just trying to. My teacher was impressed by it. Um, he didn't like where I got it from, but I'm not the biggest fan of where I got it from. I got it through Amazon. But it was like the stuff he was asking us to get, it was expensive online, and he wanted us to get it in a place that was even more expensive. And it's just like I didn't have the funding to get it. It was a long story. So I just ended up getting like uh, an alternate version, cheaper online, and yeah. But you know, once I get the first paycheck from like one of these theatrical production sets, I'm gonna cut it off. No more Amazon. Just. But you know, it's like the funding was limited, and uh, yeah, I got some stuff to work on when it comes to that. And plus, it's hard to find certain things, so I had to get some of the stuff online. Uh, Nate, I swear to God, once my court case wins and insurance pays out, I'm going to make a huge donation to the channel. Oh man, that would be dope. I wish you get like 100 billion. Let me know what I got to do to ensure that you get the 100 billion. Just give me 1%. I won't even need all of that. I keep 10 million and I give the rest to the struggling people I see around me. Just buy like you know, every time I see someone out in the street struggling, I give them a house. Uh, Figure something out. We'll set up some kind of buy like a big apartment complex and just give them a room in it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But just give me just a single billion. I'll show you how to live off the interest. So keep that in mind. Cheers, NatesVlogs, GTSY. I don't know what that means, but God bless you. And cheers to yourself. Yeah, I appreciate the love. And yeah, I keep feeling like I always get every time Martin Luther King Day rolls around, I always start feeling like it's Black History Month already. I was going to start uploading some of the previous Black History Month videos that I made. I realize I'm a little early, but then again, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's uploaded a little early because it's old as fuck anyway. So, but I would like to keep it timely. But sometimes I miss that window where it's like I try to be timely, upload like a Christmas video on Christmas, but then I'll notice like there's a bunch of Christmas videos or holiday videos that I miss. So it's just like, do I just wait to the next year? Do I upload it late? I don't know. Well, this is new for me, new territory. Gotta love it, bro. I miss seeing your stuff. Been a huge fan. Well, I appreciate that. If you want to see this stuff, you can go to NatesVlogs.net. That's where I keep the rewinds, employee evaluations. By the time they get uploaded on here, they're cut free from all the sponsorships and all the ads and all that bullshit. But if you want to see the biggest back catalog of my content, it's at odyssey.com/@NatesVlogs. That has pretty much all of the public videos that were on my NatesVlogs channel. It has some NatesVlogs videos, but definitely not all of them. You know, just the ones I had on NatesVlogs. Yeah, bro. Just everything you drop is company. If they have no issues with being censored, then they're probably a garbage content creator with nothing to say that you should want to listen to. So, just my thoughts. Yeah, delete YouTube. It's an evil company. You'd be making money hosting a Nate cast by now if those execs weren't snakes. Man, I've been making money. I started making big money back in 2012, right before the networks came. by the time networks were introduced, they wanted you to be dependent on them, right? And then even though my numbers were going up, the money was going down because YouTube was investing in these networks. They wanted us to jump ship to get on one of these networks because they want us to be controlled by the networks. The networks facilitate uh, the same um, structures that you will find in like a television network. And they got bought up by television networks. Like when I signed the full screen, they got bought up by AT&T. It's a mechanism of control. And then like last year or the year before, they just got rid of all independent creators in favor of like their traditional news teams, propagandists. Because yeah, there's a lot of people like me who are unpredictable. You know, try to sneak in some kind of a message. You know, when you're not on their script, you can usually say something that'll disrupt their money. That's why you know I felt like the movie Network, which is the upcoming Rewind, really spoke to me um, because yeah, I'm a disruptor. He was saying that he's imbued by a higher power. I definitely have referred to myself as a vessel of divinity when I'm doing what I got to do, enlightening people to like a lot of the fucked up shit going on around them. Um, but yeah, we definitely got to get away. We got to circumvent this whole corporate oligarchy control of what we can say, what we can't say, because that's definitely making the world a worse place, like without doubt. It's like um, the more corporations have stepped in on YouTube and the giant social media platforms, the worse they've gotten. And they've had Twitter files expose some of the depth of the control from the government, which is fascism. You know, corporations working with the government to fuck you over, take your money, take your rights. That's fascism textbook, according to Mussolini. But yeah, you know, we haven't even touched the surface on their control of like websites like YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. We know has been going on for over a decade at this point. Um, well, I do, you know, because it's been about a decade since I lost my first channel. What is going on? Ooh, do you have a podcast? Not yet, not yet. On the way. I hear you, boss. First video I saw of yours was scary shit employee evaluation. Been a major fan ever since. Well, I greatly appreciate that. I was just looking at that video, just thinking about uploading it. But then when it comes to like certain videos, it's just I'm a little apprehensive because it's been like hella years. And I like to hope that the people I evaluated got their shit together. Um, you know, like the chick who I evaluated in that particular video, she ended up responding to me and we had like a back and forth. You know, I don't think she had like that much animus towards me for it. But then again, she could have just took it in stride and just made it seem like it wasn't a big deal when it was. I don't know, but I got no salt in her, assault towards her. Um, it's just experiencing that level of power, seeing that I can make people riled up towards other individuals. I start to understand the power and start to want to use it to get people mad at the right people. So it's like, you know, I think I told the story before, but it was a particular video kind of in the same vein as that. It was a chick dancing, and I kept getting requests to evaluate her. And I did, you know, she was just like, you know, a little out of shape, but she was just dancing, and you know, she had some kind of audience. I don't know how so many of my viewers were watching her, but you know, I just kept getting it. So I commented on it, and then I ended up getting a lot of hate directed her way, like people like threatening her, some racist ass shit. And then when I was like reading the comments, it was just like, "Hey, fucking nigger, fat bitch." Nate's vlog sent me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I don't want to send these people over here. If I got like someone who's just prepared to throw that kind of hate, threaten to kill somebody, um, I don't want to be someone who's just like trying to get attention. You could say she's thirsty, trying to get all the wrong attention. But yeah, I don't think the death threats are warranted. Uh, if anybody should fear their safety, it's like the people who are like poisoning our water, poisoning our food, like starting illegal wars and getting away with it, think they're above the law. Those people, they get a death threat or two, I won't lose any sleep. Not saying I'm for violence in any way. I'm just saying, I just start to rethink how I approached certain evaluations. Um, but yeah, I wish her nothing but flowers. Good to see you, GTSY. Yeah, I still don't know what that means. Oh, GTSY, good to see you. Gosh, I'm so late. LOL. But I will TTYL. JK. PYT. Anyways, yeah, I am gonna hop off because I am using my. Well, it says I'm on my Wi-Fi, but I have to turn on my cellular, and my internet keeps petering out, and I don't know how long it's going to continue that way. So I'm just gonna cut you guys loose so I can get to working on the new rewind that's going to be at nateflix.net of the movie network. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you guys showing up. More content to come. Salud. Love you, Nate. And thank you for the donation. Thank you for the love. Recover well. Base Apollo. Stay up, Brody. Will do. Will